We've made it. We've actually made it. This is the last group preview for the World Cup. The World Cup starts tomorrow, so we need to talk about the final four teams: Poland, Senegal, Colombia, and Japan. What's going on, guys? ¿Cómo están? BugaLuis here, and welcome back to another video here on the channel. And today we're going to take a look, like I said already, at the final group of the World Cup. That's going to be Group H, which includes Poland, Senegal, Colombia, and Japan. So first of all, I just gotta say once again, thank you for amazing support these last few days. It has been absolutely incredible to hear from you guys, all from your comments, your likes, your views, everything. I'm really appreciated because you have actually making me believe that I can succeed on something like this. So thank you so very much for everybody who has been commenting and supporting my videos. But now let's get right into it. So we're gonna start off right away talking about Poland, the highest ranked team here in Group H. They're ranked in the 6th position of the FIFA World Rankings. They qualified for the UEFA qualifiers, obviously, but coming first in Group E, where they faced off, I think, the likes of people like Montenegro and Denmark. So kind of an easy group for Poland there. Their manager right now is Adam Nawatka, or I don't know how to pronounce that name because the T or L, I don't know what it is. It has like a weird symbol on it, and I don't speak that sort of language, so please tell me down below how do you pronounce the manager's name. They've appeared in the World Cup previously 7 times, which I'm actually quite surprised. Their most experienced player is Jakub Blachikowski with 99 appearances, so one more and he'll get that triple digit, which is always very good for everybody. And the last World Cup was back in Germany 2006, where they went out in the group stages to, well, Germany and Ecuador. So Ecuador, very interesting there. Their top goal scorer is Robert Lewandowski with 55 goals for the national side. That's quite impressive. And there's a guy in this same list, in this video, who has a similar number like that, which is going to impress you. So Robert Lewandowski, 55 goals, really good. And I think the star player for this World Cup is going to be Piotr Zielinski from Napoli. Apparently there have been some rumors that he will be linked to another club, but I'm not too sure. I think that Zielinski and Napoli is very good. And if Hamsik actually leaves the club, then, well, he may have himself a very good starting position at Napoli. And obviously under the new manager, Carlo Ancelotti. Moving on, we're going to take a look at Poland's potential 11. I think they're going to go with a 4-2-3-1. This is actually a formation which they have tried recently against the likes of Chile and against the likes of... They played against another team which they played this formation, but I do not remember, against the friendlies. They've normally tried to deviate from that sort of 4-4-2, which they have done very successfully in the Euros and also in the qualifiers, where they had Arkadiusz Milik and Lewandowski both up top. But I think that this 4-2-3-1 formation could be actually a much better one going into this World Cup, and it will go as follows. They're going to go with Wojciech Szczesny in the goalkeeper position. Obviously, the main number 1 now for Juventus, either him or Mattia Perin. Then we're going to have Pastan and Bednarek, which is a young, very 22 years old player from Southampton. I've actually used him. I don't know too much about him IRL. I'm going to give you a memory I had from him in FIFA. I took that guy in the Southampton career mode, and he actually works really well for me. But you may be like, Buga, where is Kamel Glik? Where is that guy? Well, apparently he's injured. He will make it back for the World Cup, but it may seem that he will be only available for the last match against Japan in June 28. So for now, I think that Bednarek and Pastan are the 2 main center backs for this Poland national team. So hopefully they can get into it and really survive without one of their main stars with Glik at center back. For the left, they're going to go with Marcel Rybius, ex-Lyon player, right now currently a how do you say it? Lokomotiv de Moscow. Yeah, I think that's the name. And for the right, they're going to have Lukas Piszczek from Dortmund. The 2 main CDMs, I think they're going to go with Karol Linetti from Sampdoria alongside Gregor Krychowiak, who was obviously on loan from PSG in West Brom. For the left, we're going to go with Kamil Grosicki. I think his name is Kamil. I don't know. For the right, we're going to go with Jakub Blachitowski. I don't know. I don't know. Once again, how can you have a last name with an S, then a C, then a Z, then a C, then a Y? Like, come on, man. Then you're gonna have Zielinski as a number 10, and then up top Lewandowski, which is obviously their main star for this World Cup. So I gotta give overall this squad a rating of B+, because if we take a look at the first 11, it's actually not that bad, you know? You have very good players in each position. You have a good center back in Pasan, even with Click, you have an even better one. The goalkeeper is fabulous. Right back, Piszczek, amazing reviews. Kind of the weaker point there, but it's actually kind of decent as well. Linety, Krychowiak, I rate him very, very highly. Zielinski, which is very good. Blaszczykowski, Grosicki, and Lewandowski. You got Milik, you got Teodorisk from Anderlecht. You got many good players in there. So I'm gonna give this Poland side a B+. So let's see, moving on, what do we have next? So just like I guessed, I want to have Senegal next. Obviously, it was going to be Senegal because I made this freaking preview. Yeah, so Senegal is there ranked in the 27th position in the FIFA World Rankings. They qualified by coming first in Group D of the CAF qualifier, so Africa. Their manager is Aliou Cissé, which, to be honest, is kind of interesting because he was the main midfielder or the captain, I think, of that Senegal team back in 2002, which was also their first appearance in the World Cup. And he actually took them all the way to the quarterfinals in that Colombia and Japan 2002 World Cup. It was very interesting because they could actually made it to the semifinals. They faced, I think, if I'm not wrong, I don't know who they faced in the round of 16. They lost against Turkey 1-0. That must be kind of salty, to be honest. But imagine if they went to the semifinals. That would be amazing. So this guy Cissé has a good experience with them. So hopefully he can take them all the way up to a bigger and better performance here in this World Cup. Their most experienced player is Idrissa Gueye with 61 appearances. Their top goal scorer is going to be Moussa Sow with 18, which is quite surprising. I would have thought someone like Mane or even Keita Balde Diao was going to be the goal scorer. But apparently it's Moussa Sow, so very good. And their star player is going to be obviously Sadio Mane. There are many other people who could take that spot. We could look at Niang, ex-Milan player, now playing at Torino. You can look at people like Keita Balde Diao, my god. And then you can have look also Ismail Assar, who's from Stade de Rennes, which is kind of like the new Dembele. Apparently Dortmund want to sign him. So you have many good attacking players here in Senegal. So I don't know, but I think that Mane is just one level above them. He went to the Champions League final. He was actually very crucial for Liverpool in that match since Salah went out injured. And I think that Mane really this season should have deserved a little bit more of praise. Although he was very good, he was for me one of the best players I've seen this season. So Mane, you actually going to be the star player for Senegal this World Cup. Moving on to Senegal's potential 11, I'm going to go with a 4-3-3. I think that is just one of the simplest formations. Like, apart from Brazil, which other team is playing with a 4-3-3? Like, I really don't know. This is just like pure attacking football. This is what football is all about. And I'm very happy that Senegal and Cissé are doing this because it's going to be fabulous watching this team attack, basically, because you're going to see next which players do they have. So we're going to have Gomis in the main goalkeeper. He's like the secondary goalkeeper, I think, for Atalanta. They're going to have Koulibaly, which is probably one of the best center backs in the world. Really, I rate this guy very highly. Then I have Kara Ndoye, or I don't know how to pronounce that last name. He's from Anderlecht, I think he's playing right now currently. Then through the left, we're going to go with Sabali, which is actually was a French player, but decided to change nationalities. He's an ex-PSG player as well, so kind of like a trivia right there. For the other side, we're going to have Gassama. I don't know too much about him. He plays in the Turkish league. That's everything I know about him. You're going to have Chekuate from West Ham. He's going to be the captain. You're going to have Ndiaye. They have so many Ndiayes. Like I'm telling you, they have Alfred Ndiaye. They have Badu Ndiaye, which is this guy. And they have someone else by the name of Papa Ndiaye. I don't know. But this guy is Badu Ndiaye. Just remember that. And then we're going to have Idrissa Gueye as the other midfielder. Up top, we're going to have Mane, Keita Balde, and So. Or they can interchange. That's the best thing about this lineup. Because the best attacking teams know how to interchange. Just imagine Barcelona's with Messi and Pep Guardiola. You had like Messi, Villa, and Pedro. Oof, they would just like interchange. And I think this time around with Senegal, you can put any other attacker from the bench. You could put in Diouf. You can put in somebody like Konate. You can put in there somebody like Who else am I missing? My God, like Niang, or like I mentioned, this other guy Ismail Assar. You can just put so many players in and they could just interchange positions. That's the best thing, and I really like this about Senegal. So I gotta say that overall I'm gonna give them a rating of B as well, similar to Poland. Poland, actually, I think I gave them a B plus. This one I'm gonna give them a B because I just think they're lacking in some cases a little bit of versatility and a little bit of a recambio, a little bit of a substitute, you know. Right back doesn't look so strong, and the defense could use some little players here and there. The goalkeeper position is always kind of a doubt. The midfield is kind of decent, the attacking lineup is kind of decent, but the defense and the goalkeeper, I think that apart from Koulibaly, they need something else. They need somebody else of a bigger name there to contain it. Just that thing, and that's why they're getting a B plus. For me, they're getting a B. Next up, we're going to take a look at the final South American team here in the World Cup, and that's going to be Colombia. Colombia is a team which, not a team, it's a country. It's a country with a lot of amazing people. They're very nice. I've had a lot of chances to speak with people from Colombia. I have friends who are from Colombia. And yeah, they're amazing people. So hopefully they're going to do this in the World Cup. They can replicate that nice people energy and do it on the main stage. Hopefully they can. They've ranked in the 13th position in the FIFA World Rankings. So actually kind of surprising there. I would have thought they would be higher, but apparently not. They qualified by coming 4th in the CONMEBOL. So the last actual like spot to get direct qualification to the World Cup. 5th came Peru, so they went to repechaje. Their manager is going to be Jose Peckerman from Argentina. They've appeared in the World Cup 5 times before. Their most experienced player is David Ospina, the Arsenal goalkeeper, with 86 appearances. And the last World Cup was in Brazil 2014, where they were, for some people, the kind of revelation where they reached the quarterfinals. But for me, actually, they never went a revelation. Like, they're a good team. They're a really good team, Colombia. So watch out for them. I see many people talking about in predictions from people from England or people from Germany as well. They're talking about, and they don't really rate Colombia. And I'm like, Colombia will do better. A lot of the predictions have England beating Colombia, but I think that actually Colombia could easily beat England. Like, if they're on their day, they're really that good. Their top goal scorer is Radamel Falcao with 29 goals, and their star player is Jose Izquierdo. I'm gonna say that Jose Izquierdo is gonna be the star player, not James Rodriguez. Obviously, James Rodriguez is their best player, but Jose Izquierdo is just this guy who's like a breakout player, currently playing at Brighton. He's really good. I'm telling you, he's really fabulous. In the Premier League, he was outstanding. But now in a better team in Colombia, earning his first big appearance with this side, I gotta see Jose Izquierdo really proving himself to be a very good player. And plus, they don't have too many left midfielders because the other guy, which we're going to discuss next, is kind of like a striker playing a left midfielder position. So I think that Jose Izquierdo, if he wins that spot, he will be absolutely wonderful for Colombia. Other people who could be candidates for this star player position, obviously Juan Cuadrado, even Santiago Arias, the right back from PSV. He was awarded the best player in the Netherlands, but I gotta give Jose Izquierdo that little bit of an edge because I think he will have a bigger impact than people like Arias or even James Rodriguez. James Rodriguez, once again, he's the best player Colombia have, but don't kill me because I think Jose Izquierdo will just to give something else, just, you know, to make this video much more interesting. Because if you could watch this in ESPN and they will tell you James Rodriguez, but we are not ESPN. We give you other stuff. We give you variety and we give you fun. So stick with us for the long run. Next up, we're going to move onwards to Colombia's potential 11 here, and we're going to go with a 4-2-3-1, which is apparently their most famous formation in the World Cup, because I think I've said 4-2-3-1 in every single video at least twice. And we're going to have David Ospina, the main goalkeeper position. We're going to have Davinson Sanchez and Yerry Mina. Yerry Mina is kind of like there and thereabouts, because obviously he had kind of like a bad season with Barcelona. I wouldn't say it was bad, but because the matches he played, out of the like 4 matches I think he played, which is quite little, about like 3 of them were actually good and 1 was bad against Levante. But man, you cannot blame him. He's a really good player for Colombia. He has got 2 goals, so good there for Yerry Mina. Other candidates in this position could be Murillo, Jason Murillo, which is from, I don't know which club he currently play for, but he's also has a lot of experience, and also Christian Zapata. But Christian Zapata is kind of injured right now, and we don't know if he's gonna be fit for the first match. So for now, I'm gonna put Yerry Mina. For the left, we're gonna go with Mujica, which is a player from Girona. And I gotta say that in Girona, he had a very good season. Obviously, he was playing as a left wing back, but obviously he can play as a left back. That's like, if you're a left wing back, obviously you can play as a left back. And Mujica, I gotta say, I'm very surprised with him because obviously Frank Fabra went out injured with a 6-month injury. That's a lot. So I feel bad for him because he was only like 5 days from the World Cup and he got injured. So, but thankfully to Colombia, they have a very good teammate to replace him in Mujica. So good job. For the right, we're going to have Santiago Arias, which already said won the best player in the Everdice this season. So very good for Santiago Arias. I really think he should move to somewhere else. Like if Juventus are looking for a right back, go get this guy. He's really good. The two main CDMs are going to be Sanchez and not a CDM per se, but kind of like a creative midfielder. We're going to have Mateus Uribe. They could go with somebody like Jonathan Lerma or even Wilmar Barrios from Boca Juniors. But I think Uribe is just a little bit more creative than any of the other players. So I'm going to go with Uribe there. For the left, I'm going to go with Jose Izquierdo, which if you don't know, Izquierdo is in Spanish left. So you see the redundancy right there. It's just amazing. Like, imagine being called Jose Izquierdo and playing for the right. That wouldn't be just right, you know? Jose Izquierdo for the left. Another person who could slot here will be Luis Muriel because he's a striker that can play as a left midfielder. But I think that Jose Izquierdo being a natural left midfielder and playing there for the whole season just has a little bit edge over Muriel, which Muriel played as a striker for Sevilla. So I think that Jose Izquierdo will play through the left. For the right, we're going to go with Juan Cuadrado. And then through the middle, James Rodriguez. And then up top, obviously, Radamel Falcao. I'm just very surprised about these stats. This is actually the very first time Falcao will play a World Cup. Did you know that? It's kind of interesting, to be honest. It's kind of interesting because I don't know if it was a World Cup or it was a major competition with Colombia. I think it's a World Cup. Yeah, I think it's a World Cup. I'm very interested because didn't he before, like 4 years ago, he was 26, but 4 years ago, 22. With 22 years old, he didn't went. Oh, yeah, but Colombia didn't qualify for the 2010 World Cup. That's a problem. Yeah, I see where I went wrong. So, very good. Colombia, gotta give them an overall rating of B+. I think that they could even be an A. But the main thing here for me is that I don't know too much about Colombian players. Don't get me wrong. They got good players, like I said, in Lerma, in Barrios, in Quintero, in... You know what? I have here my template, and I put Colombia B+, but I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna change it to an A. You know what? Because Colombia deserve it. They got a really good squad. I'm gonna give them an A. And plus, they have Peckerman. Peckerman is the manager who has managed most teams in a World Cup. Like, he has the most World Cup appearances as a manager. So that needs to tell you something. So I'm gonna give them an A. I'm gonna give Colombia an A. And now, guys, to finish off, we're going to take a look at Japan. And I've got to say that Japan is actually kind of a decent team, to be honest. They don't have too many bad players. So I'm going to try to change your mind if you think that Japan is actually kind of bad. So hopefully you can, after this, you can think that Japan is a decent team. They've qualified, obviously, by coming first in Group B. Their FIFA World ranking is in the 55th position. Their manager is Akira Nishino. They've appeared 5 times previously in the World Cup, and their most experienced player is Shinji Okazaki with 113 appearances for the national side. The last World Cup was in Brazil 2014, where they went out in the group stages, if I'm not wrong, once again to Colombia and Greece. They were in a group. The group was Colombia, Greece, Ivory Coast, and Japan. They went out. Their top goal scorer is Shinji Okazaki once again with 50 goals. This was the guy I was talking about. Okazaki has 50 goals for Japan. That's a lot. That's really a lot, to be honest. Good job, Okazaki. Their star player is going to be Takashi Inui. If you don't know this guy, he's pretty good. He's really amazing for Eibar this season. He was outstanding. Now he moved to Real Betis on a free. So good job, Real Betis. You're getting a decent player. Another one here could be Gaku Shibasaki, which played for Getafe. And this guy was also amazing in La Liga. I gotta say, he completely nullified Barcelona in that first match. I mean, he has defending, he has physicality. He's like a little Kante, you know, but plays a little more attacking football and a little bit less defensive football. He's like an overall package. Imagine Vidal, but Japanese. That's the main star. Shibasaki is just really good. Now moving on to Japan's potential 11. Once again, a 4-2-3-1. Once again, it's the third 4-2-3-1 in this video. Their goalkeeper is going to be Kawashima. The two main center backs are going to be Shoji and Yoshida. The first time I read that, Shoji or Shoji. Yeah, the first time I read Shoji, I read Yoshi. And I laughed, like right now I'm laughing. For the left, we're going to have Yuri Nagatomo, ex-Inter, now currently playing at Galatasaray. For the right, we're going to have Sakai, which for Marseille, very good player actually. Then you got Hasebe and Shibasaki, the two guys I was talking about. And then for the left, for the left, we're going to have Takashi Inui. I think he's going to be amazing this World Cup. For the other right-hand side, we could have Haraguchi, which is playing at Dusseldorf, I think, in Germany once again. And number 10, we're going to have Shinji Kagawa, and then at top, Shinji Okazaki. I gotta say that overall, they have a very good squad. You have other players that could enter, like Asano, like Muto, like Osako, like Keisuke Honda. You got many players who could play in this Japan side. So I gotta say I'm gonna give them a B rating. I don't think they are, like, for instance, good enough as Poland, but my god, they got good players. Like, I'm telling you, they got good players. Hasebe and Krishuwak, obviously Krishuwak may be better. Shibasaki and Linetti, they're there and thereabouts. Kagawa and Zielinski, again, they're and thereabouts. Grosicki versus Inui, I even think Inui is better. Haraguchi and Jakub or Nkuba Belachikowski, once again, I think they're there and thereabouts. So they got decent players. I'm telling you. I think Japan may be kind of a revelation. I don't think they may go through to the next stage, but I think they may cause some people trouble. So to finish off the video, guys, I'm going to give you my predictions about Group H, but how I think this group is so tight. I think this group is like everybody can kill off everybody, you know, like a battle royale, you know, like the first ever World Cup battle royale is Group H. I'm telling you, there are really good teams here. So I'm going to try and predict quickly every single team and then like add up the points to see which team I think will go through. So between Poland and Senegal, I think that Senegal and Poland will draw like 2-2. So that's good. Then the next match is Colombia versus Japan. And I think that in between those two matches, I think Colombia will beat Japan. Just edge it. Then I think they face, if I'm not wrong, Poland faces Colombia. And in that match, I think that Colombia will take it. So 3 points, 6 points right now for Colombia. 1 point right now for Poland. Then we got Japan versus Senegal. I think that Japan could beat Senegal. So 3 points for Japan, 1 point for Senegal, 1 point for Poland, 6 points for Colombia. Then we're going to go onwards to Colombia versus Senegal. I think that Senegal could beat Colombia just because of the playing style. And in that, Senegal go 3 points. So 4 points for Senegal and 6 points for Colombia, 1 for Poland and 3 for Japan. Then Poland, I think, will beat Japan. So in that, we end up with Colombia with 6 points. Senegal with 4 points and Poland with 4 points. So they're out in goal difference. Who is going to go through, Poland or Senegal? I think that if it came to goal difference, I think Senegal will beat Poland because Senegal has much more attacking power than Poland. Poland has to rely on one guy in Lewandowski. Senegal can interchange, can do a lot more stuff. Can do a lot more stuff in the attacking sense. So I think if it came down to goal difference, I think, yet again, but Poland has a better defense than Senegal. I think it's still going to go down to goal difference, like I said, but I think that Senegal will edge it. I think Senegal will make it through. So I'm going to say that Colombia go first, Senegal go second, Poland go third, and then Japan goes out fourth. But let's remember, I'm saying that Colombia goes out in 6 points, Senegal by goal difference with 4, Poland with 4, and then Japan with 3 points. So it's going to be very tight. I'm telling you, this one is going to be very tight. So hopefully you have enjoyed, guys. Please, this video, remember to drop us a like and leave us a subscribe, turn the bell notification icon, and follow us on all other social media to keep up to date. And plus, I want to tell you that I'll be doing live streams, not live streams, but live reactions after the match for every single match of the World Cup, the 64 matches. You can watch it here on my channel. Obviously not the highlights, but my impressions and my reactions after every single match. Join me, and we'll be scheduling every single match from now on, perhaps to the first day, then to the next one. So you will always have content for me the entire month. Hopefully you enjoy this, and see you in the next one. Take care. Ciao.